Number 3. I'm going to give this to Mr. Diesel. You yourself, being a new father.
Okay.
Says, I can see how much you guys love your wives and children. How has the fame and popularity affected them?
Oh, well, that's a great question. You know, it affected us in the way that now we have lots of new friends. All of you are able to watch us, and you feel like you know us. And so when you meet us in the street, it's really cool that we get to meet people that already feel like they know us, and then we make more friends. And we couldn't have a show without you guys actually watching it, so we want to thank you, number 1, for watching our show, and number 2, come meet us. We love meeting you guys.
I don't have a problem talking to anybody unless, the only time that it's kind of intrusive is if I'm with my kids.
I guess the biggest thing is keep in mind that our time's limited, just like yours. So some of our best interactions are like, hey, let me get a quick selfie, see you later. Thank you, that was awesome. I enjoyed that.
I love
But
selfies.
if you stop and you want to talk about your project truck, or you ask us to do a build for you, running into us in public probably isn't the right time or place to do that, just because we don't have the bandwidth to talk about it.
So the muscle, I got a question for you.
I have an answer.
Okay. You ever going to build a semi-truck?
That
It's a great question.
is a great question. To answer your question a lot shorter than Heavy D's been answering, yes, we're going to build a semi. Yes, it's going to be very custom. Yes, it's going to be lowered. And yes, it's going to have a shitload of power.
I want you guys to pay close attention to the next question. It was a very clever play on words.
Listen.
Very clever. Says, what sparked the whole concept of Sparks Motors? I'm going to leave that to Mr. Heavy himself.
My old man was a hot rod maniac. The guy was a freak of nature when it came to vehicles, and he taught me at a very young age that that's what I needed to do, was just play with anything motorized. And so we did, started to. He taught me motorcycles, then he taught me four-wheelers, then they taught me heavy equipment. And so Sparks Motors is basically my generations of the Sparks family building awesome vehicles. My dad had a brain tumor and he died 10 years ago, so he was never able to really fulfill that dream. So this is me kind of taking on the family legacy that never really had been a legacy up until that point. And so now I'm pushing it. So when you see Sparks Motors Company, established in 1985, 85 was the year I was born. Just so you guys understand the difference between the businesses, Sparks Motors is the shop where all the mechanics work. It's actually the shop that owns and maintains all of the builds, and at which point Diesel Power Gear then buys the trucks and gives them away. Diesel Power Gear also buys trucks for promotional vehicles like the Mega Ram and other stuff like that. But Sparks Motors that's kind of my baby, that's my legacy, and that's something that I want to be able to pass on to my kids. And it's also something that we're talking about kind of taking onto a national level and having other people potentially open branches of Sparks Motors across the country. So if you see the SMCO logo anywhere, that's Sparks Motors Company. That's basically, that's representing the shop and my hardworking team of mechanics that works their asses off to get things done. Outside of that, we got Diesel Power Gear, which is the clothing and apparel company, which gives vehicles away. We got dieselsellers.com, which is the website that hosts all of the truck classifieds and kind of any other information you need to know about what we do. So let me explain to you Torq Energy, because that's one. Is that a question?
Yes, it is,
Okay.
actually.
Torq Energy is, we drink a lot of energy drinks, okay? We do, the guys in the shop
A
do.
lot.
And we have great partnerships with a lot of energy drink companies. But one thing that we were finding that they all kind of had similar ingredients. A lot of sugar, a lot of just caffeine. Theacrine is the key ingredient of our beverage, which sets it apart from everybody else because nobody on the market, as far as an energy drink company, is using this. Theacrine is very interesting because it stimulates your focus. It's not just like a jitterbug, get crazy, pre-workout, amped up feeling. It gives you legitimately, and I can testify to this because I've drinking these things. It can actually give you a little bit better focus, which was the whole goal. We wanted a functional energy drink because there's a whole new market right now for drinks that actually work, not just get you buzzed. It has a taste that's completely unique and one of a kind. We will be coming out with more flavors soon. But guys, I really want you to try this just due to the fact that I want to see if you like it.
Yeah.
Like I legitimately want you to drink a can of this and say, oh, that actually made me feel different than my cup of coffee this morning. Or that made me feel different than the Rockstar that I pound for lunch every day. So we're probably going to work on some promotions here soon where you guys can try a can for free, right?
Yeah. I guess we are now. We're doing that, but yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're going to figure it out so that you guys can all try it because ultimately we want you to give us some feedback. And I know you've probably seen every reality TV guy and everybody who's become popular come out with an energy drink. This isn't just a regular run-of-the-mill drink. This has some ingredients in it, some powerful stuff that we think is going to set it apart from everybody else. So hopefully when you go to the energy drink aisle, this is over in a completely different section, which is kind of the functional drink aisle.
We hope it's in the energy drink aisle.
Plus, a portion of every can sold goes to help Folds of Honor, correct?
Yep.
Folds of Honor.
So it has a noble cause as well.
It supports military.
All right. Next question, Mr. Redbeard. When is the Rock and Rally giveaway over, and how do you select the winner?
It ends November 6th, right?
Correct.
November 6th at midnight Mountain Standard Time. At 11:59 p.m. Mountain Standard Time ends. Boom. And how do we select the winner? The same way we always do it in all of our giveaways. We have a third party, basically.
Sweepstakes company.
Yeah, third party sweepstakes company that, to make it neutral and fair, we send all the entries to them. They have their system and they throw them all in a digital pot, so to speak. All the mail-in entries, all the purchase entries, and then at random, names are, or if we do finalists, like we have been, they randomly select 10. Then they send us the information of the 10, and then we do our goofy, weird way of contest like we did. We had the sled race. We had whatever. We do something that makes it fun to narrow down.
If there's things that you would like to see us do as far as ways to pick winners and different creative ideas, we're always looking at that stuff. That's one thing that our company does, probably much different than most other companies that are as big as we are. We read your comments and we say, let's do it, let's adapt, let's change. We've made our company so nimble and so flexible that if we want to do something different tomorrow, by hell, we're going to do it.
All right, next question. On that note, where did you all learn to speak Spanish so fluently?
I don't know Spanish.
Just say no say. Well, I actually learned to speak Portuguese in Portugal, and then we have a couple of Hispanic mechanics that work with us, and they've been teaching me Spanish throughout the many years
Oh,
I've
like
been
his
here.
hat. They touch it with that word,
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty chingon, right?
Hey, but not just a couple of mechanic workers with Hispanic.
The best that there is.
The best and our first employees ever.
Yep.
Our very first employee, the OGs, the guys that started with us in a damn storage unit.
Yep. Where'd you learn to speak Spanish?
So I served a mission in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. I also was able to go over to Brazil, so I learned Portuguese on my mission as well. When I say mission, that means an LDS mission where the missionaries go out with the white shirts and ties and the name badges. We knock on your door and we try to tell you about Jesus. Best 2 years of my life, and man, Spanish has helped me a ton. I have become very, very, very reliant on that language.
I actually learned my Spanish on a service mission in Caracas, Venezuela.
Lo más importante para nosotros es que ustedes sepan que los queremos mucho. Muchas veces la gente de México y la gente de países latinos piensan que nosotros no los queremos porque somos gringos y vivimos aquí en los Estados Unidos y que pues tenemos una cultura muy diferente, pero no es así. Ustedes saben que los queremos mucho, ustedes saben que los apoyamos. Nuestro show se llama Diesel Dave en México y creo que todo el mundo lo mira. Y si no lo miras, hay que verlo porque es un show muy bonito y yo sé que los paisas y los latinos también quieren mucho a los camionetas, tal como nosotros. So, te agradecemos mucho por el apoyo y los amamos, de verdad.
What do you think?
Mr. Diesel Dave,
See? See?
what did y'all do down in Houston?
Man, Houston was a wild ride. We were able to get 3 semi-truck loads full of supplies for the people that were affected by Hurricane Harvey. We got to take some of our monster trucks down there. Those were the vehicles that we built up here, and we actually could put them to use down there because the waters were so high, normal vehicles couldn't get through there. So we had airboats going out, picking up people that were stranded in their homes or in neighborhoods that were completely surrounded by water, bringing them to the Stewart and Stevenson Army truck that we had and just driving them down to the National Guard checkpoint where they would then bus them out to somewhere safe. We were able to station a couple different places and put supplies there so the people that didn't want to leave could have water, could have food, could have baby supplies, things like that. It was amazing to see that we could use our social media sites to be able to bring so many supplies to the people of Houston that were affected by Hurricane Harvey. We were able to go ourselves, but we were also able to bring supplies to them, and that's what we did. It was pretty cool to see I think. What do you think?
I loved it. I thought the best part about it is that we were able to help the people down there, and the truth is we had fun.
We got into town right at the right time. We pulled into a place called when we got down to Houston, we realized that all the relief efforts were needed out in East Texas.
It was going towards
So the rivers were getting ready to crest, and the big rivers and the reservoirs upstream were getting ready to literally just destroy these towns. So we hauled ass into these towns, and we were some of the last vehicles that were able to cross the bridges into town before the bridges got basically wiped out or completely underwater. In fact, a couple of our big rigs, our semis that were going down there, were almost at the top of the hood through water, which in a big rig, that's not somewhere you want to be. We were able to get there, and the minute we got across the bridge, we became locked. We were stranded there. It became an island. We headed over to Vidor, Texas, to an LDS church house where we worked with our local church authorities to basically get the keys to the house. Church was on high ground, and we set up a mean base camp. And what's crazy is
a mean but welcoming base camp.
Yeah, we were actually, from what I heard after the fact, we were the first relief effort that was able to make it to the area with that kind of supplies. We ended up with almost 3 full semi-dry vans full of food, water, baby wipes, diapers, baby formula,
which was all donated by local people here in Utah. From I think we gave them 24 hours. We just made a post and said, "Hey, we're driving a few trucks down. We thought we were going to fill up 1 or 2 pickup trucks," and people just came and left 3 semi-truck loads full of stuff in our parking lot.
Yeah. Now here's the deal: we didn't go down there to film it. We didn't go down there to just post videos online all day, even though we probably could have, and we did post some stuff here and there. But guys, you didn't see 10% of what we did down there, and the reason was because that's not why we were there.
I noticed you came out with the supplement line. What's the deal with that?
Okay.
So,
What is the deal with Bucked
the deal
Up?
with
Yeah,
Bucked
man,
Up,
tell
let me
us.
explain. So, obviously, these guys all lift pretty much all the time.
I don't
all
lift
the
at all.
time. You
haven't
work
lift-
out?
I do work out.
Okay.
I haven't lifted a weight.
Anyways, we could have went and manufactured a pre-workout. We could have went and manufactured
that's how that
supplements at any nutritional location that we wanted to. But being that none of us, a little bit, don't really have a background in
Nutritional
supplements.
science.
Yeah, nutritional science. They build trucks is what we do. We decided to go and find a company that professionalizes in that.
Well, the reason why we went after these guys is because they have the fastest growing supplement probably in the country right now.
Try the stuff. It's unbelievable. You just got to give it a chance. We got BCAAs, we got pre-workouts, we got test booster. If it's not the best tasting pre-workout and BCAAs that you've ever tasted, send it back. It's
Because
that good.
I'll take
That's actually something that we're doing that we've never done before. You guys probably know this. Anybody who's tried to run a business, giving product out and just saying, if it doesn't work, send it back, that's a big risky move. But the reason we're doing it is because the product works. We all drink it on a daily basis when we work out and do our stuff. Our guys at the shop use it. It's not to be confused with Torq Energy, because Torq Energy is like a quick in the can, just a drink you can have with lunch. These pre-workouts, like, you better be prepared to go
lift some shit.
to use that energy that you're about to have. But not only that energy, but also the focus and drive that you're going to get from it. Like, don't take it before bedtime because you won't sleep.
Because there won't be a bedtime.
Yeah, it's good stuff though, and we're just going to continue to push and amplify that line. And back to what Van said, we're going to give you a chance to try it for free. If you don't like it, send it back. If you like it, send us the money. We'll be happy.
What's the co-branded thing with Climb Gear? But give me your honest opinion on Climb Gear.
You like Climb Gear?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Actually, Heavy D and I have been snowmobiling for the last, I don't know, since we were young. Yeah, and it's funny that we're working with them now because we've been using Climb Gear since they came out. Climb Gear is by far the top leading gear for snowmobile enthusiasts since I can remember.
Here's the
And-
deal with Climb Gear. They allow their professional athletes, the guys that actually ride their equipment, to freaking develop the stuff. Polaris believed in Climb Gear so much that they said, we're going to buy you. So they bought them. So now they have the backing of a multi-billion-dollar company, which is Polaris, which is one of my favorite companies and one of my biggest partners. And not because they are awesome and give me machines to play with and use with. They actually are just quality people that run a really good company and build a really good product. So it was a natural fit.
But I think the question that we get a lot of on the climb gear is, why is it expensive? But the truth is this is the best product out. This isn't like we're trying to compete. We are literally, this is the best product out, in my opinion.
It's in a different category.
Yeah,
There's
it's
question
above and
behind
beyond.
it. It's the best gear out
And
there.
that's why you are going to pay a little bit more for the stuff
But
that
it
they have.
comes with a lifetime warranty.
But I'll tell you what sparked this is because we do these truck giveaways, right? And a lot of people take a look and they're like, t-shirts. I've got enough t-shirts. I want to enter a truck giveaway, but I own too many t-shirts. So we're thinking, okay, these people got to buy other stuff. They need to buy tires. They need to buy supplements. They need to buy drinks. They need to buy jackets. So we're adding all these different products to our lineup to give you guys more opportunities to enter these truck giveaways, while at the same time getting one of the most badass pieces of apparel, equipment, or parts or accessories that you can possibly buy. It's a no-brainer.
True.
Yep. Are there any big products coming up? There's a couple big products coming out, one of which is a Legion tonneau cover that we've manufactured.
It's awesome.
It is unbelievable. I cannot wait for everybody to see this.
The unique thing about these tonneau covers is there's nothing like them on the market. Now, at first glance, you're gonna be like, that's a regular tonneau cover. And then you open it and you're like, holy shit, this thing's completely weatherproof. It's made out of aluminum. So everything's lightweight yet durable. It's not gonna rust or corrode. And it seals completely around the edges using this big silicone lip. No Velcro on this. I want every single one of you to buy a Legion tonneau cover because A, it's the best cover you'll ever get. B, the quality, the price is second to none. And 3, you're gonna get entered to win a truck. So you
See,
could
you
go
don't
buy
even need a truck to buy one because you could win one.
Let's talk about diesel-powered wakeboard boat.
I've worked with Malibu, aka Axis Boats, for a long time. I have a phenomenal partnership with them. I actually helped them launch the Axis boat when it came to the market in 2009, and I don't think there's anybody in this room that would disagree that wasn't the baddest boat we've ever been on.
It was so much fun.
We just rode the shit out of that boat for a full summer. Just used it, loved it, couldn't break it. It was amazing. So we went back to Axis via my friend who used to basically run the company, Adam McCall, and said, Adam, we should do a diesel boat. And he said, Dave, that's a great idea because there are a couple of foreign markets, Russia and Brazil and some of these South American countries that actually take these boats and they do diesel engines in them. Now, the reason why you don't see a lot of diesel boats as far as wakeboard boats here in the United States is because some of the emissions laws and Coast Guard certifications are a little tricky. It's not to say it can't be done, because it totally can be done, but it's just been more of a traditionally gas-powered market. So we, right now, I guess you could call it phase 1 of the diesel-powered boat, we are going to put a Marine Duramax in an Axis A24. That boat is already in hand. We've already got it. The build plan is locked down. And
How many horsepower?
How many faces is what I was going to ask.
You're probably going to see this boat sitting around
5.
I'm probably going to push this thing to 750. It's going to be
So it'll
a
be able to get me
combination
up.
of a supercharged / turbocharged boat.
Be able to get
We've been
5.
working with Wagler Diesel a lot on a fully supercharged Duramax platform, which is the same engine that we're going to run in our Brodozer Monster Jam truck. It's the same engine that we're probably going to run in some of our off-road trucks. And the reason why is because it's 0 to like 4,000, 5,000 RPMs like that on 75 pounds of boost with just a big blower, no turbos. It
No
is
spool-up time.
a monster. All right, guys. So we've been going on for a minute here. We always say that we're going to do this more often, but I really think we are going to start doing it more often. In fact, following this video, you're going to see a Q&A with all of our mechanics, not us. And it's going to be a cool video because what we want you to ask them is tech advice. We want you to ask them, like, how do you weld this? How do you do that? What the performance specs on these different builds? And they're going to answer it for you. Because what we want you to do is get to know our family. Our whole team here, we're a big family. Our company, we've been very blessed over the years, especially the TV show. We've grown tremendously. We have you guys to thank for that, for watching the TV show and helping it grow and giving us the ability to continue doing the things that we love to do. It's crazy to think that we started this 3 or 4 years ago as a small little YouTube kind of a hobby, and then it's turned into this monster. You're going to start seeing us on YouTube more. You're going to start seeing us do product reviews, how-to videos. We just want to say thank you, and we also want to say you stay tuned because it's not going to be 8 months or 10 months again before you see another video of us right here being real with you.
Amen, brother.
Amen. That is it.
Who's got the closing prayer?